Yo, what's up? This video is on Freddie Roach and Virgil Hunter parting shots. It all started by Freddie Roach. He said in an interview, he said, "I wasn't overly impressed with him against Julio Diaz last year. The greatest defensive coach in the world must not be doing his job. They make this guy Virgil Hunter the best defensive coach in the world because he has Andre Ward. He did not make Ward. Ward made him." That is a shot, guys. You gotta understand. What he just said to Virgil Hunter is like basically saying you ain't shit. And I did make a video on Virgil Hunter before talking about if he's an overrated trainer. But I mean, saying something like, yo, Ward made him when Ward was training with Virgil since he was 9-year old, that gotta hurt. And then Hunter came back by saying, "It's truly a disappointment that a man can be in the frame of mind to talk down about an ex-fighter of his who made a decision that it was time to go if he was going to continue his career. I think what Freddie needs to understand is me and Amir have been together for 2 fights, and 2 fights is not long enough to clean up the mess that he left with the 8 fights, because it was quite obvious that he didn't address any of his flaws in those 8 fights. I'm not saying that he couldn't fix them, but he didn't address them." And then he went up and started saying stuff like about Andre Ward. He said, "Andre Ward is my grandson, my godson. He started boxing at 9 years old, so certainly he didn't make himself, and he certainly didn't make me. I laid the foundation, etc., etc." I find this so funny, 2 coaches going at it. And I always hate when the coaches talk more than the fighters. I mean, I think Freddie Roach still got grapefruits in his mouth from when Amir Khan left him. But you know what I mean? Amir Khan did say some hurtful thing towards Roach, saying, his Parkinson's disease has slowed him down, which might be true, which might not be true. But I mean, going at Hunter saying, yo, they make him seem like the best defensive coach. I don't think that's appropriate to say that about another coach. I mean, he does have Andre Ward, and certainly Andre Ward, Virgil Hunter had something to do with Andre Ward being how great he is. But he was right about, Amir Khan looking like shit in his last fight. I would give Freddie Roach that. But it's not more about that. It's more like Freddie Roach has been talking so much shit these past months. Like, he's talking more smack than his fighters are. I mean, he's coming at everybody. He's coming at Timothy Bradley. He came at Amir Khan. I mean, Roach is just talking so much shit. I mean, coming at Floyd Mayweather. I mean, everybody. And since, Freddie Roach fired Alex Ariza, I didn't really, I lost respect for Freddie Roach, because we saw what happened. Since Alex Ariza left, his fighters have looked like shit. They brought in some guy named Ruben Tabarez, and he's a shit, he's a shit strength and conditioning coach. Look what happened to Pacquiao. He got knocked out right when Alex Ariza left. And look at Khan, he got knocked out when Alex Ariza left. I don't know, I mean, Alex Ariza might be doing something shady, but still, I think Freddie Roach has an ego problem. I think he's a great trainer, but he has an ego problem, and he needs to get rid of it. He needs to stop talking shit when there's no point. Like, okay, you could have came at me or say, look, he didn't look good in his last fight, and I thought he would have looked better since he went to another coach. But I mean, I didn't see no changes. But it means saying stuff like, he did not make Ward, Ward made him. I mean, that gotta hurt for Virgil Hunter. And then Virgil Hunter came back and he said another thing. He said, I have this one guy that if I bring to your gym would destroy everybody in your gym, and you're gonna need body bags and shit. I don't understand what Virgil Hunter was saying over there. I mean, Ward body bags, that doesn't go together. I mean, Ward doesn't knock nobody out. So, whatever he was saying. But in the heat of the moment, you say whatever you want. But I do agree with Ward, though. It's kind of funny. I mean, I agree with Virgil. It's kind of funny, but I do think Ward would, probably pretty much kill everybody in that wildcard gym. But, Manny Pacquiao would kill everybody in Hunter's stable, too. So I think both trainers need to, shut up. They haven't looked nice in the previous performances. Virgil Hunter's fighters are, losing. Freddie Roach's fighters haven't been looking good. I think Pacquiao needs to win his next fight or he's done. And Khan needs to win his next fight or he's done. And I think after this fight, if the fighters do win, then that's up to both coaches. But if the fighters lose, I think both of these coaches have to take a lot of heat. In my opinion, I think Freddie Roach was responsible for Pacquiao's last fucking loss against Juan Manuel Marquez. I mean, Freddie Roach teaches his fighters no type of defense at all. I mean, his fighters have no defense at all. I mean, you saw what happened to Khan, and you saw what happened to Pacquiao. They got no defense at all. I mean, they don't even put their hands up. Manny Pacquiao, he has better defense than Khan because, you know, he goes side to side with his head. But, I mean, Freddie teaches his fighters no fucking defense. So, why would you talk shit about another guy? At least he teaches defense. At least some of his fighters have defense. At least Andre Ward has defense. And that's his best fighter. Does your best fighter have defense? Not too much. He makes it up in the offense. But, I mean, still. And then Virgil Hunter needs to stop talking shit too, because saying shit like, you know, I'm laying the foundation, putting a group in the fruit. I mean, Amir Khan has not looked good. He does not look like he's doing his job either. So, I mean, I think both trainers need to shut up, get to the gym, train their fighters, because if their fighters lose the next fight, they're done. If Khan loses to Collazo, he's done. And if, you know, Manny Pacquiao loses to Timothy Bradley, which is also another tough fight. It's not an easy fight. I mean, people saying, you know, he whooped him the first fight, he's going to knock him out the second fight, he's going to be more aggressive. But, you know, I don't think that's the way he's going to be. I think it's going to be a tough fight because Timothy Bradley, he got better. So, I mean, yeah, I just got to let you guys know about this article that came out. Both of these trainers taking shots at each other. What do you guys think? I think Virgil Hunter needs to, you know, make sure Khan does improve in his next fight and win. And I think Freddie Roach needs to shut up and, you know, stop talking shit about every single trainer. I mean, every time I go to boxing news, it's like Freddie Roach always says something. And I think he needs to stop that, let his fighter do the talking, and, you know, at least win. Now it's time he has to win. And his fighter of stables need to win also. So, you know, let's see what happens. Let me know what you guys think about this. And yeah, I thought it was pretty funny. But let me know what you guys